What's up, my sweethearts? What's up? What it do, my sweethearts? My sweethearts, get your lighters all the way up. You already know. For your girl Jennifer M. the realest. My sweethearts, so we can run this thing like what? Cardio. My sweethearts, this one is said, my sweethearts, it is. Y'all already heard me smacking and sounding like, yeah. My sweethearts, I hope y'all get your lighters all the way up and sit in front of you with your girl, okay? This one is involving teens, my sweetheart. All right. This case is involving teens. If y'all go to my community post, my sweethearts, y'all will see the pictures of these teens all through there. Another video will be right behind this with my sweethearts with the with the pictures, so y'all can see what y'all can see what I'm talking about, who I'm talking about. Okay, my sweethearts, what I'm talking about, so y'all can see who I'm talking about, my sweethearts. All right. So with that being said, I hope y'all got your lighters all the way up. Now, my sweethearts, these are teen brothers, right? Once again, these teen brothers had beat their stepfather, right? But beat him to death. They was using brass knuckles for, yeah, I'm sounding bad with this one. Turn your TVs and radios all the way up. This will be alleged sexual abuse of their sister, okay? But the man daughter, his daughter. This is something crazy, my sweethearts. And before I start, the reason why this is crazy, because I'm gonna tell you now, if you call the police up and say, I mean, you could just call these cops and be like, oh, some type of sexual abuse or assault going on. It don't happen. Like justice won't happen that day. It don't. It don't go like that. I think it's levels to it. Like you have to call, like you have to take them to the hospital. It's levels to this. So when these teens probably reacted the way they reacted, they're teenagers. They're not going to do what the law, the legal law, the steps. Oh, let me call the police if something happened to a child. No, that's not going to happen. I just don't think these kids should have been locked up if this really happened. Y'all feel me? It's sad. But let's go, my sweethearts. It's really sad that these teens have to be left out here to do justice instead of knowing they can call for justice. That's what I'm getting at with that. All right. My sweethearts, Alexandro Trevino, y'all excuse me, these is Mexican people. So yeah, it's gonna be some words that I'm trying to get it right. All right. Christine Trevino and Juan Eduardo. All right. Wait a minute, my sweethearts. Melendez and Juan, wait a minute, my sweethearts. Juan Eduardo Melendez appear in court on Sunday, all right? All right. So it go like this, my sweethearts. Two teenage brothers in Texas. Texas, get your lights all the way up. All behind bars after police say they brutally beat their stepfather, like I just told y'all, and left him in a field to die after the man's 9-year-old daughter accused him of assault. Y'all already know what kind. Y'all already know what kind, my sweethearts, for the baby girl. Y'all know I told y'all. I don't want to keep repeating this trifling stuff. I'm despicable. Ooh, just despicable. But let's go. Alexandro and Christian Trevino, ages 18 and 17, were taken into custody along with 18-year-old Juan Eduardo Melendez for allegedly killing 42-year-old Gabriel. His name is Quintanilla, my sweethearts. I'm going to just call him the monster. Y'all know I don't care to give him a name. According to the report, officers with the FAR Police Department responded to a 911 call on Thursday, approximately 2:41. The caller was reportedly a farmer who told the dispatcher that he discovered the body of a deceased male. Mm, mm, mm. Wait a minute. Let's go. In one of his fields, my sweethearts, investigators responded to the scene, identified the victims as Quintanilla, who had a warrant. Mm, mm, mm. My sweethearts, I really had to stop to think and read that. So he had a warrant out for continuous abuse. He had it out for continuous. Okay, so this somebody. It don't make no sense. Let me just go on, my sweethearts, because I know how I feel. I will dug walk that man before he even go behind bars. Okay, because I don't play with these children. Nothing, especially innocent. What? A pair of teenage brothers from South Texas has been arrested for the murder of their stepfather, Gabriel Quintanilla. Like I said, the incident stems from a previous police report that 42-year-old Quintanilla had a warrant, like I just told y'all, my sweethearts, for sexual abuse, for allegedly touching his 9-year-old daughter inappropriately at an RV park. You hear this? At a park. Oh, goodness. When Alexandro and Christine Trevino caught wind of the commotion involving their half sister, they confronted their stepfather. The encounter quickly turned into a physical altercation, which led to the Trevino brothers giving chase to their stepfather from the RV park all the way to a nearby apartment complex, my sweethearts. Once the brothers chased down Quintanilla, they were joined by a third assailant, a friend named Juan Eduardo Melendez, the person responsible for driving the brothers to the RV park in the first place. Responsible? He should be driving them there if something was happening to the sister. Are you serious? After the three teens allegedly beat Quintanilla, they fled the scene and changed vehicles. They later caught up with Quintanilla for a third time that evening when he was walking outside by himself. This time, the confrontation ended with a fatal beating. Afterward, the three boys loaded Quintanilla's body into a truck and disposed of it at a field in McAllen, Texas. All three of the 18-year-old assailants had been arrested, I bet. According to the report, some of the charges that the assailants are facing, we don't even need to know the charges. I'm sure it's aggravated assault, murder, something like that. Um, it's bad because my thing is, if that really happened to that baby girl, they was trying to save her. And the sad thing is, if you call the cops, that's not how justice will not be served that easy. It won't. It won't. It's steps and levels to that. And by the time they get to the steps and levels of that, how do we know that this man ain't skipped town, hit Mexico? Serious. Seriously, for real. I really think when this need to go to court, I know the jury should be looking like, okay, they feel straight sorry for what happened that he's doing to a young child. Make no sense. So I'm sure they was locked up, my sweethearts, again, leaving him to die in a field. Where his body was discovered by a farmer. I'm sure, that's not, you can't do that. So I'm sure that's definitely what they was aiming at. Like, okay, he just left him out there and things like that. But this is ridiculous. He need to be left somewhere. Like, come on, you doing terrible things to children. So multiple media reports say Quintanilla's body was found with apparent severe blunt force trauma to his head. McAllen Police Department handed the investigation over to the FAR Police Department. My sweethearts on that, I'm gonna get my lights all the way up. Y'all already know what that means, because I ain't you, yeah. You do a crime, you do the time. And this man here that did this to this baby, y'all already know what Jennifer and Marilla's feel. That's all I'm gonna say to y'all. Um, I'm gonna say one thing though, my sweethearts. The FAR police chief trying to say there seems to be some misinformation out there about this case. But I'm going to tell you now, that's not acceptable. Not on Jennifer the realest time. In a previous news release, FAR police said the child made an outcry at an RV park. Police later revealed that the child is Quintanilla's 9-year-old daughter. He was the stepfather of Alexandro and Christian, who have different mothers and are both half siblings of the girl. I don't care what they are. If they came to the rescue, that's what I'm aiming for. When brothers Alexandro and Christian Trevino found out, they became enraged and confronted Gabrielle again, and I would be too, at the residence. A physical fight ensued between the three and the victim. Quintanilla left the location on foot, the release said. So, okay, so he must have tried to run. Like you said, they ran. I mean, look. Christian Trevino, my sweetheart, chased Quintanilla to a nearby apartment again, like I told y'all, where a second assault occurred involving somebody else, okay? Which is the driver of a red Dodge Charger. So he even jumped in it. So that's what I'm trying to say. This right here is so horrific that I'm shocked the neighbors didn't jump in it. You know what I'm saying, my sweetheart? I'm shocked everyone didn't jump in it. Cause when you find out something like that going on, oh, nobody worried about why you hurt, you know? They're not. They're just not. This is unacceptable. Now this little baby gonna be messed up for the rest of her life. Daddy is gone. She been abused. It's just not right. It's not. My sweethearts, what I'm trying to say is Jennifer and the Riddles don't feel bad for him because this is not like the boys really should have like, oh, let me call 911. Man, this man had warrants already for being a serial abuser. He was a serial abuser. They already said he had warrants out for him for allegedly again, doing other things like that. For real. I mean, I mean, I guess these boys like, okay, so when they found out about their little baby sister, they just was like, what we need to be like, what we need to be around for? He already doing a lot of this cruddy stuff out there. They trying to say that no matter how much jail time he get, when the man come home, he still does things like that. And let me tell you something else, we all out here, and this is for families, my sweethearts, anybody, everybody, let's go. All these women like who mess with these men who's not these children's fathers, the stepfathers, and this is well known. I can go case to case to case with this. Always a stepdad. Why? Because he's not your child real dad. It pisses me off to the max of females doing that. Quick to bring a guy home to your child around your daughter, knowing that is not the child's father. Oh, she needs a daddy. Y'all so quick to want to have somebody in there to be the male figure, and look what goes on. Why? Because you ain't figured out how to check to see if this man was okay to be around your children. No, you knew you had him in the bed. It was okay for you. So now you have him around your babies, so it's okay for them. Let me tell y'all again, what's okay for y'all and y'all body and your hormones is not okay for the children. Just because he's an okay man in the bed, he's not an okay stepfather. And I said it. Tired of these women thinking because he's an okay man for you, he's an okay man for your children. No, he's not. He just enough for you. Lights is all the way up. This is despicable. Stepfathers are known, big time known for this. Why? Because they don't care. Why? Because the mothers didn't even take time out to learn them. All they learned was the bedroom. That's it. Now these babies got to take responsibility for helping out their baby sister, which is like their half sister for real. Make no sense. It should be some type of help in law to get these boys off if this allegation, allegedly, whatever, is real. This abuse. And I have no choice but to believe it's real because the man have multiple charges, warrants of the same thing. Babies, touching babies, assaulting babies. And I'm not talking about a teen, I'm talking about a baby, 9 years old. And he continuously have abuse charges. Mm, mm, mm. They trying to put it out like in a press release that his death was the result of a family situation. Yeah, it was. It was a family situation. Family that's not playing with somebody who's hurting children, who's hurting babies. It sure is a family situation, but it could have been someone else's situation, not family, if they would have called him with someone else's child. Just so happened it's his own stepdaughter. So yes, it is a family situation, but them charges he have, them other charges, that's nowhere family related. Goodness. The girl they made, I mean, come on. The girl allegedly told the Alexandro and Christian about the alleged inappropriate touching. So a 9-year-old know how to run down everything she told them. I can go blow for blow, word for word. A 9-year-old know that. Y'all got y'all 9-year-old around the wrong things. I'd have been enraged. Just imagine something. You're 9-year-old. That's a baby. Saying a big old word that she never even knew. You gonna be outraged, my sweethearts. Y'all know where I'm going at with that. If a 9-year-old tell you something that you know that a 9-year-old should be saying, it happened. It happened. Unless your 9-year-old so advanced and your 9-year-old know how to lie, set people up. Oh my goodness. Mm. It said they were seeking justice for their 9-year-old sister who was being abused and assaulted. This is, y'all, my sweetheart, this is why so many young girls end up pregnant, end up not saying nothing, end up just like living a life and you thinking everything is okay, and then she be forced to carry the baby. You know what I'm saying? It just is crazy. It's incest. That type of incest stuff. It just bad. It's really bad. And it's bad because this is what happens to these babies and it go unnoticeable. This is what happened to these babies and no one do nothing about it because they are afraid, I guess, to do the time, my sweethearts. Because as you can see, uh, what I want to say, this world, they don't care. The system, the justice system is crazy because they will still find a way to give you time if you out here trying, I guess, play police. That's what it is. Play police, play God and justice. That's what you're doing. I guess if you didn't call them up, you can't handle nothing in your own hands. That's why I say, my sweethearts, out here is it's two things. I mean, it's to say this. You have to say this. What would you die for? I mean, what would you give your life up for? What would you do time for? And I guess this is some things that you would. A baby being hurt in that manner, in any manner, I don't care. A baby being hurt, your respect, your children, you know? If that's the case, then that's what I'm going down for. My sweethearts, it's your girl Jennifer from the Realist. This is sad. Please jot down and chime in with your girl, my sweethearts. It's sad because I always preach justice about these young babies, going to jail and things like that, or dying. But these young babies right here about to go and sit for standing up, And this is what I preach. Stand up for justice, stand up for your rights, stand up for what's right. And look what's happening. They stood up. If, like I said, allegedly, once they go to court and everything come out, if this had happened, you have to keep saying that. But I'm sure that 9-year-old baby did not lie for someone who have a mile-long charge and still have charges of abuse. Y'all know, abuse. So, yes, my sweethearts, please chime in with your girl, Jennifer the Realist. Like, share, subscribe to your girl, my sweethearts. I'm going to be looking for your comments. You know your girl going to write you right back. Go to my community post, my sweethearts, or just stay on here for the other video, and you will see the pictures of the brothers, okay? It's your girl, Jake. Oh, like, you see all my voice, my sweethearts, is just all over the place because I am upset. I'm distraught because when I can keep going on and on and on. When somebody trying to stand up for what's right, I don't play that. That's wrong. They straight throw them in there behind the cells like they wrong. No, y'all should have seen what they seen. The Yoda knew what happened or why they're acting like this or why they did what they have done. People up here, I see a lot of people under the post saying why they had to kill him. Why did they had to touch him, hurt him 3 different times? Why did he have to do them children like that different times? Why did he have to have multiple charges of hurting kids them different many times? Yeah, I'll come back with you. It's unacceptable. No excuses for no babies. Please stay vigilant, my sweetheart. Stay vigilant, stay alert. Stay up and stay safe, my sweetheart. It's your girl Jennifer from the Realist, and I'm out.